Does anybody else dig that new intro or is it just me? Good evenings, lovelies. Whether you're watching this on the replay, whether you're watching this live, I am happy that you're here. But apparently, you guys can't hear anything. No, wait, that's just Zach. Zach just can't hear anything. uh, unless I'm wrong here. But yeah, I worked on that replay. Wow, Zach, you got me. Okay, there we go. I was working on that intro like 10 days ago, and what was really annoying is I really wanted to get to play it, but I had to wait until the whole next live stream was coming out. And I'm just gonna check here. Can everybody hear me? Kevin says you're muted. I just want to see. Zach says we're good now. I just want to see with everybody here if we can hear me, just in case, so that we can proceed forward. Because otherwise, I'm talking like an idiot for no reason. Can everybody hear me so far? If so, tell me in the chat there. Just want to check that. Uh, all good. All right, perfect. So, without a further ado, we are going to get onto the whole topic tonight, guys, of the whole DoorDash resetting the acceptance rates. That's what this live stream is about. But for anybody that knows myself, when it comes to doing, uh, thanks, Kim. When it comes to doing live streams, for me, things always work out differently. So, what I like to do is when you do pop into my live streams, I like to always welcome those that are coming in, because if it wasn't for you lovelies, my live streams would not be happening. So the first one on the docket is my lovely Zach. Hello, Zach. Thanks for coming in tonight. We have Gary that decided to come in and crash the party. Why not? My brother, the always sarcastic Frank the Pug. We have the lovely Bonita Laura. Thank you for coming in. I hope dinner is treating you right, even though your dinner operation hours is always going to be weird to me. Hey, Anthony, how's it going this evening? I hope I'm not bugging you when you're out doing deliveries or anything like that. Alan is getting straight to the chase that acceptance rates don't matter or it doesn't. Rodney, I want to call you the original troublemaker, but I might be switching that up since last night's live stream with Faith. I think Faith is a troublemaker compared to anybody here. And Sammy, that's amazing. Sammy, guess what? I get to do one of these right at the beginning here. This is for you, Sammy. Thank you so much for that, my Sammy superstar. It's always sweet having you just come in here, but to get that, it's just thank you. Endless amount of words cannot speak the amount that I have gratitude for so many of you lovelies here. Ay, ay, I'm okay. That's awesome. So, going forward here on these topics. So, before we get started into the content, I want to lay out a few things when it comes to live streams, because for many of us, we either don't attend to live streams, we're new to it, or whatnot. So, for my live streams, what you guys can expect is, first of all, I am going to be doing live streams once every 2 weeks amongst this channel. It's going to be every Tuesday, like tonight. And it's going to be at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So what can you expect? Topics when it comes to gig work. Rather it's the topic tonight about DoorDash and the acceptance rate, rather it's about Uber Eats, skip the dishes. It's all gig work talk, because I post my videos. I try for 3 to 4 videos I was going to say a day, wow, a week. And I'd like to be able to catch up and wind down with you guys about some of these topics. Now, what's also to expect is when it comes to things like these live streams, I am relying on you guys. I use an expression when it comes to live stream, and that's that the chat is where it's at. And that's the truth. Everybody in this chat helps me when it comes to these live streams. And if it wasn't for the engagement in the chat, it would make a big, big difference. And hey, Jati, thank you for coming in this evening. I appreciate that so much. And the last thing you guys can probably expect on this channel, I know this is not common, it's not new rather, it's pretty common in the gig world, is there's possibilities of either collabs or interviews. So if you followed my channel before, you know, for example, I've had Zach on here for a live stream before. So I want to prep up my live stream game. I want to make things different. So, because of that, I need you, lovely. So, if you're just popping in currently right now and you want to get in on the action, you will need to subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to explain why in a moment. But subscribing to the channel will allow you the capabilities of chiming in on the action in the chat. If you are not a subscriber, you actually won't be able to chime in on the chat because of something called subscriber mode. I would love to get as much engagement as I can. So engage in the conversation. That's what these live streams are going to be about. Us sharing ideas off of one another, bouncing questions. And that's why the next one is as well going to be ask away. But of course, at the end of the day, I just want everybody to be able to have fun because live streams bring me a lot of joy and to be able to connect with so many of you guys in this chat. So I need you guys to do the same thing back. So I'm going to be posting questions up along the way, and I'd love to have you guys chime in. Now, for those that don't know about what's happening differently in my live streams compared to, let's say, if you were on another GigTuber's live stream, I have subscriber only mode. So what that means is this is not a tactic to gain more subscribers. If you don't want to subscribe, you can unsubscribe later. But I enable subscriber mode because what that does is it stops from trolls being able to just come in and immediately going and attacking the chat. So somebody that subscribes to the channel, if you wait 3 minutes, then you'll be able to chat inside the chat box. But I also have slow-mo enabled. So if you pop a message in the chat, you won't be able to put another message until 20 seconds afterwards. Again, it's to stop trolls. And I want people to know that their opinions matter. So I do have a lot of moderators that are currently amongst my chat. For example, hey, Colin, thanks for coming in this evening. So I have a lot of moderators amongst my chat. And for those moderators, I want you to know that people's opinion do matter. So regardless if, one has a different opinion to another, I welcome it. I never want to disinclude that. That's because everybody is free format to their own opinion, and I welcome it 100%. Now, just because this live stream might be different than others, I have enabled this live stream in HD. So if you're watching this live or on the replay, but it's not turning out in HD quality, go ahead and click on the gear and you can enable that to HD mode for better experience. Plus, I'm paying an arm and a leg to that with StreamYard. So I want you to be able to better enjoy the experience in HD. If you have been watching my live streams for a while now, you'll know that tonight's quality seems to be a little bit clearer, and that's because it's in HD mode. If it's not, go ahead and click that gear and you can go ahead and enable that. Now, before I get started on tonight's content, I'm going to start something now at the beginning of my live streams within the first 10 minutes. And that is I am going to be giving a shout out to specific individuals. So as a content creator, I appreciate the comments above and beyond. And sometimes people also go above and beyond, and they provide me with what you call a super thanks. So they donate to the channel through my video. So whenever I get a super thanks amongst my videos, what I'm going to be doing now going forward is every 2 weeks, I'm going to give you the super thanks back in the live stream. So I wanted to say thank you to Hospital Foods and Phil Davis once again for providing super thanks amongst this channel. It's not about the principle of the money, but this does go a long way because for things like this channel, I am now investing even more money into it. So when there's a little bit more given back, it does help me because YouTube does not pay a lot. So I'm more than happy to put money out of pocket for things like live streams, content creations, but it truly helps us individual creators when we receive things like this. So from now on, going forward, I want to give back by giving these super thanks. I am, thank you for that, Anthony. Full HD mode activated always. Yeah, I wish I had it always, but I did not, Guillaume. And thank you for showing up here today, love. It's always great when you come in here. You're somebody I know in reality and such. So thanks for coming by, Guillaume. Channels are pricey to do right. Very pricey, Zach. Now, there are 2 more shout outs, and I love the fact that I'm doing 2 over here and I'm hiding behind the banner. 2 more shout outs that I want to do here this evening. The first one here is I want you guys to check out, and just so you know, these 2 lovelies, I have put them in the description below. rideshare rodeo, Steve. So I had the pleasure in the last 2 weeks to be able to get onto a live stream, or I can't say it was a recorded video rather, with Steve and a gang of people on the panel, and it was just a lot of fun. So I wanted to thank him for that opportunity. Steve has put up with me a few times in previous live streams or videos, and the other one was last night. Last night was a ball of fun. I was on the Driven Moms channel, aka Lisa. And for either one of these two to be putting up with my personality, they deserve a thanks for having me. Lisa, I had so much fun last night on the live stream. Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans on the stream. It was just nonstop, super fun. And for anybody that wants to check out additional creators, damn, I can't talk tonight. Additional creators, then I advise you to check those two lovelies out. They are linked in the description below. And what I do want to say that's very important is I linked their channels in the description. I did not just link that specific video or whatnot that I was in, because these creators are better than just the one video that I was in. So go ahead and check them out on the channel. And I got another one of you lovelies to address right now. Thank you so much for that, Alan. That means so much to me. Again, I it blows my mind, honestly, sometimes the love and support that I'm getting on this channel. This channel has been less than a year old. It'll be a year on January the 2nd. I can't wait to see how this channel grows. But the love, the support, regardless if it's through donations or not, it's just it's mind-blowing. Like, it's mind-blowing. Zach, you know exactly how this feels like. Like, it's unreal. It's just unreal. Now, we're 12 minutes in, so whoever's on this replay, I hope you fast forwarded a bit. But now we are 12 minutes into this, and I want to get on with the show here. So, going on with the show, did DoorDash offer you to reset your acceptance rate? So that's my first question that I want you lovelies to pop into the chat. So, for example, the first one that I knew was having this scenario to begin with was Zach. So I know it came to United States first. Now it's come here to Canada. Guillaume, you'll be a perfect example. I don't know if they reset it in your market in Sherbrooke yet, but they have recently, when you guys checked my DoorDash video, I guess I'll say a few back or two back, they have recently popped that into my market. So what I want to know from you lovelies is, did they reset it for you, or did they offer to reset it? So Zach says they offered it. This is my brother Kevin. I'm back and can hear you now. Thank you, Kev. So Kev, I know, for example, they offered it to you. Kevin and I talk all the time. Kevin's a part-time gig worker. And he was offered it too. How many other lovelies here were offered it? I'm guessing Alan. Alan, you must have been offered it, right? You were offered it and you're like, no, I'm gonna stay at, what was it that you said? It was back here at the chat. Let me check up here. 1% acceptance rate, then they'll still be nice. Hello, Ken. Wow, it's been a while. I hope your move has been delivering well to you. Ken is somebody I go back with on a previous channel, so to always have Ken show up here, it's just amazing. Thank you so much. Ooh, Rodney, they offered and I kindly declined. Did not see that happening. I can see right now, and I think I'm correct about this. It looks like my audio is not syncing up with the video right now, guys, but not much I can do about that in the moment. But here we go. No, I'm not on DoorDash. Well, I can't say I blame you. I mean, they make for good content to be talking about, but to be honest, on a regular basis, I call them door trash. So Guillaume says, I was told for the diamond orders, but the reset of the acceptance, I didn't notice. So that's what's different between my market and your market. So when it comes to Sherbrooke, they offer you this whole diamond orders, which I've been seeing a lot more. Yes, you're right. I do mean door trash. Yeah, door trash. So that's the difference between the Sherbrooke area that Guillaume's in. They offer him these diamond orders, which have never appeared in my market, but I got the acceptance rate reset. 3 more weeks, Ken. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope wifey and the kids and everybody's doing very well. Yeah, I'm still at 44%, so I don't know what they reset then. So, Kev, if we go back here, let me see. So, Colin pointed out recently on a video, and I know for a fact he's definitely right about it. When it comes, shine bright like a diamond. Wow, Kev. When it comes down to the acceptance rate, in order for it to be reset, the thing that we need to do is we need to log in and take an order. So, I know for a fact that you have not logged in and taken an order yet with DoorDash. Neither have I. So, I don't have a surprise video that's going to say that I've accomplished that whole reset the acceptance rate with DoorDash. It has not happened yet, but I don't feel they're offering it as much as they used to. Like, I think that in the US, they offered it so much to so many people that it's gotten around so much more quicker. But when it comes to things like here in Canada, and there's a shad fly in my face, here in Canada, I think they're taking a slow progress on it because they do have probably a decent amount of people. I mean, like, look at you, Kev. You're at 44%. If you talk about 44% with DoorDash in my eyes, I'm going to say that's not too bad. I think I'm lower than you are, Alan, when it comes to the percentage on Uber Eats. I am 13, 14%, give or take. Yeah. I mean, with Uber Eats, it never really matters to me too much because Uber Eats, the one thing I find is no matter what, you can go ahead and decline all orders, or then you can go ahead and you can accept all orders. They don't have a specific target region for us to go by. Like, it's not like I'm going to get better offers like these diamond offers that they're apparently doing on DoorDash. There's no incentive. It's not like Skip the Dishes, for example. Skip the Dishes, they have a top up incentive, which helps make those less than $8 offers more beneficial. But well, it will wait. I only do DoorDash when they do peak pay at 12 a.m. at midnight. Yeah, so I don't blame you in that region. When it comes to DoorDash, Kev, I know for a fact you're going to like them more in the winter because in the winter, they always have peak pay here, and you live in the same area as I do, so you know exactly how that is. So, for those that have had the reset being offered to them from DoorDash, has the DoorDash reset your acceptance rate? So, Colin recently brought up in one of my videos that when it comes to the acceptance rate, for it to be restarted, you have to log in and take an order. So, I know Zach, for example, he has logged in, he has taken an order from DoorDash, and it has still not been reset. So, has DoorDash reset your acceptance rate in your market? Well, I am very happy to see you tonight, sweetheart. You made my night last night. Driving for dinner is here. So and I think her and I have a lot in common when it comes to character. So they have reset your acceptance rate. And am I right, driving? Did for them to reset your acceptance rate, did you have to log in and take an order? Because that's the catch 22 when it comes to it. So, Zach, are you saying no, you have not taken an order, or no, they have not reset your acceptance rate? Because I know they haven't. But have you done your due diligence of logging in and taking an order yet? Or are you just saying no about the fact that you never took an order? Mm. You know what I like about the fact of HD mode? Everything is just so pretty. Like, even the bottle is so pretty. Sponsor me, G2. Sponsor me. Anybody else had your acceptance rate actually reset when it comes to this new DoorDash offer? Again, I'm not going to lie and cheat. I would say mine has not. But the reason why mine has not is because I've never logged in with them to take an order. There he is. Hello, Steve. Thank you for coming in this evening. If you backtrack to the first, I would like to say 8 minutes of this live stream, I popped you a shout out. I wanted to say thank you for having me in the last 2 weeks and putting up with me and everything else. So it was after my last live stream and before this one. So thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you for putting up with me. It's awesome to have you here. I never had to log out, and the dang thing reset in the middle of my So you were online. You were online doing a dash. Okay. So that would make sense because, yeah, that seems to be the census about it. but I've done at least 37 and a half orders. Let me guess, Zach, you half ordered somebody that read your comment to them in the text messages and then you decided to cancel their order? Is that it? Huh? Huh? I don't know about that, Steve, but I would say more or less you're a gem for having to put up with me. But honestly, I wanted to just give the shout out because you made me had so much fun. Yeah, when it comes to Zach, are you surprised by seeing a half there? Zach does not like if he goes and messages a client and they read his messages and they go unread. Yeah. And so with Zach, if a client does that, he will cancel their order. So that's with Zach. Well, my thank you to me for putting up with you. Well, Kevin, you're related to me. You have to put up with me. Get over it, buddy. Thanks, Steve. Yep, but it was brilliant. I'll get there. I'll get there. It happened 3 days before the end of the month, so I got top dasher with hardly any work for this month. Okay. I could see the tie in there. Maybe that's when I should decide to go online. Go online right before like Halloween or something at the end of the month and see how that goes. No idea. I don't assign when needed. When needed. No, you want to sign for non-necessary reasons. Wow, 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 Mike, I have not seen you in a while. Everything is good, my friend. How's it going with you, love? It's fantastic to have it here, have you here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with comments. But it's always great to have you drop by here. That's one time. That's one time on a recorded video. That's not one time that we actually know about, Zach. I don't know. I don't know about that. You know, Zach, every time you're gonna come into a live stream at all, I'm always gonna pick on you. That's how I had to have to do things. I get that. YouTube is very tough work, but I'm just happy to have you here. Please watch you go online at the end of the month, and the first order will be a non-tip, and you refuse. You're so right, Kevin. That is done with me. I will totally refuse. I have said it. I said it in my video. There is no way that I'm going to turn around and accept an order for DoorDash just to make them happy because they're resetting my acceptance rate. Either you give me something beneficial or I'm still going to decline it and be at like 0%. Colin did that though. Colin refused his first order, so we went from 100 to 0%. And then when he accepts the second order, it builds up from there. That one time in bank app. Oh, Guillaume, you made me just do that just freely. That was the first time I read it, and I was like, yes. So, how do you lovelies feel about this new program? I'll be honest, personally, I am one that will test the waters before I judge because I want to assess something. I don't really want to judge it. But do I think it's just going to be a tactic to get more drivers out at first and then it's the same old garbage? Yeah, I do. They're saying in my area that you will get $1.75 per kilometer on priority orders, and I'll be classified as a priority driver. But it doesn't mean that I trust it when it comes down to things because DoorDash it's Skip the Dishes is probably the least saturated in my market. DoorDash is in the middle, but I can never schedule with DoorDash because I have a bad acceptance rate. So I can't really tell how I feel about this program. I hang my head in shame. I took 3 no tips order in 3 days. Did you do that to keep not a top dasher? Yeah, my brother knows me well. He knows that I won't take a non-tip order. But here's the thing. It's kind of like Instacart. Will I take a non-tip Instacart order as long as the order pays out? Like it's a good base pay or something or a peak pay? I will. I will, but it depends on many different factors. Uh, Mike, did you just switch over to the next one? Gary says I multi-app too much. So many program that requires a certain acceptance rate typically doesn't work for me. And that's the thing I did realize too, Gary. When it comes to multi-apping, I hate multi-apping Uber Eats and Skip the Dishes. I will prioritize Skip the Dishes. And the reason for that is it's much like a lot of the individuals that want to keep a top dasher rating. So on Skip the Dishes, I have a bad history of accepting an Uber Eats order. I stick to it. I forget to pause myself. And then on Skip, I have a bad acceptance rate. So I'm trying not to decrease my acceptance rate with skip the dishes. And that's the only disadvantage of multi apping. Some days I think about making a videos just based on the disadvantages of multi apping. And that has to be one of them is acceptance rates will go down. So if your priority is to keep DoorDash as a top dasher, yeah, I agree, Gary. Sometimes it does not work for me. And the other thing I can't do, and that's just I'm all for it, but my brain don't function to it, is I call it multi-dirty apping, which is, let's say, you're fulfilling an Uber Eats and a DoorDash order at once to different clients. I can't do it. My brain just can't comprehend it. I won't. There's no shame in me saying that. Driving says I don't think I can judge it until Thursday when it goes away because I'm back at 34%. Well, do they offer it for you for 2 weeks as well? Because in my market, it's for 2 weeks that they're going to be doing it. So I guess you must have had it for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm like I said, even in my video, I won't keep it for 2 weeks, even if it's like, oh, you're gonna get this incentive if you keep it for 2 weeks. If it's not worth keeping, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, pas de beau pois. Voilà. So yeah, I was gonna say it's not exactly, but that's okay. Google's not our trusty friend when it comes to translating in French. I also found out from Laura that it's not very good when you translate in Spanish either. Okay, that's what I thought. So, well, I have Maximos. Did you really just drop that, Gary? Oh, you just really dropped the advertising app bomb. Oh, that's amazing. Gary, we gotta have a talk. Oh, you're amazing. You get it for 2 weeks with no penalty. Okay, so they're offering the same thing throughout. No tip, no trip. I got yeah, but Guillaume, you still have some amazing Instacart orders that will make me think differently when it comes to the whole no tip, no trip. If it comes down to it and the base offer is a very good incentive, and let's say there's a peak offer that's being offered, I want the companies to pay me more. It's not necessarily that I want tips. It's the fact that we have to rely on tips to make ends meet because it's super expensive because the companies don't pay us more. So when it comes to the whole no tip, no trip, I'm up in the air about it because what is my main focus when it comes to these apps? What would I like to see improvement on? How much they pay us. This way, we're not always having to worry about being tip baited on Uber Eats or anything like that. But I can understand that. I've done a stack on both apps at once. The adrenaline was high. Yeah, I already suffer from anxiety, like, and it gets really severe, just like the shadfly going around here. Um, yeah, don't use Google Translate. Well, I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what that language that is. I'm the exact same way. I already suffer from anxiety. So if you're gonna put me on multi-apping to drop off at 2 locations, there's no doubt about it. You can make so much more money by doing it. But I'm like, yeah, that's not it just doesn't work for me. It truly, truly doesn't. Here we go. Kevin says, I don't care whoever pays me more, a company or a customer, just someone pay me. And that's the thing. We keep on complaining about customers not tipping. Is it the customer not tipping that's truly, truly bugging us? And you guys can comment below. Or is it the company's not paying us more? Obviously, tips are kind of like the additional that we need in order to make ends meet. But if the company picked up the slack for that, then we wouldn't be complaining as much. I mean, I never want to vote for my brother, but when it comes to this company or customer, I gotta admit, I'm gonna go with the company. I'd rather the company pays it. It was the same apartment Now that's a score. Delivered, delivered, done, done. That's a score. I multi-app with Instacart, Uber Eats, and Spark, Walmart Spark. Yeah. I would love to get Walmart Spark out here, but it does not exist. And the other one I would love is Flex. I can see myself doing Flex all day because I don't mind going from making a route or kind of like doing like a jigsaw puzzle, making a route and trying to find the best strategy to drop certain packages off and such. I can picture it being more of a pain in the you know what when it comes to it, but yeah, it's something I would something I would probably definitely consider, but the one that I want to go for the most is probably Amazon Flex, but they don't have it in my area. The thing with Spark that would probably annoy me is how long are you guys sitting there before they come out with the order? Because correct me if I'm wrong, with Spark, you're not shop and pay, right? You're just go there, basically like the cashier or somebody brings it out to you, and that's how that works. I won't lie, I've never watched a Spark video on YouTube. Never. And I don't have them here, so I never really looked into it. Bad, bad me. So, have you seen better offers since opting into this DoorDash acceptance rate? So, I know for driving, for example, I don't think so. She's down to 34%. Shop does have shop orders as well. Oh, okay. So, okay. Essentially, it's a bit of both. Because in America, I use the coffee cup pause when I'm doing. Yeah, we've established last night the coffee cup on Uber Eats does not like me. I press that coffee cup, I do a pause, and let's say I go back and resume, and then I do have to do another pause. Let's say 15 minutes later, they'll tell me I've paused too many times, and because of that, I just click okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and click sign off. I don't care. So there is a lot of shop and pay. Okay, but it's exclusive to Walmart, which when you think about it, because Walmart is so huge across even Canada and the US, that's a great strategy by Walmart. And they're not third party. Like Walmart themselves, we know them as a branch company, but like Instacart, it's its own individual company, but it hasn't branched out like Walmart has. So it's pretty smart of them. Shopping. So then, Zach, why would you ever do Spark? You hate shopping. You hate Instacart. For anybody still looking for an Instacart video from Zach, so am I. Hey, Cheyenne. Thank you for coming in today. I got another local Montreal sweetheart here dropping by. Cheyenne, which exact area in Montreal are you again? I don't remember which one exactly. I want to say Verdun, but I could be wrong. But shop and pay curbside and in-store pickups. I would totally go for curbside and I'd go in-store pickups. I would do shop and pay if they pay more. Of course, they pay more because they have to provide you an incentive when it comes down to it. So I'm seeing orders I've never seen before, but the program I rarely saw $25 orders. But again, we'll see on Thursday. Oh, Sharon Valdure. Okay. Yeah. Quite a distance from me. So, I don't know if anybody else that has been opted into this program is also the exact same thing. I mean, I would really, really in-store pickups equal no tips. If the company pays out, Alan, I still won't complain, but I can understand that. That would be very disappointing. You're involved in a brand new program, you're at 75% acceptance rate, yada, 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 and they turn around and the offers are not $25 or more. That would be an epic letdown from DoorDash. Striana, I'm talking about the DoorDash acceptance rate reset. So I think you saw in one of my last videos that I talked about the fact that DoorDash is resetting the acceptance rate in my market. That is the one that I am talking about when it comes to it because I have been reset, but I haven't done an order yet. So because of that, I haven't been reset yet, whatever quotation. So, hey, Shane, thank you for coming by. You know, I had to take a second there and think because you used to also have Shane at the end of your name and now you don't. But I always see Paralife TV and I automatically know who it is. So it's been a long time since I've seen you in here. So I appreciate you stopping in. It means truly a lot. And the same thing from this guy right here. How's it going, Spoke? Spoke and I go way back now. It feels like way back. And we talk pretty regularly. So it's always so like heartwarming for me to get so many from my regular community just coming out tonight and hanging out. So it's awesome. So okay, so you did get the DoorDash reset acceptance rate offer. Now, since you have it, have you seen better offers from opting in? So for example, driving has not really had anything over $25 or around the $25, but I'll do Uber Eats shop and pay with no tip because the base is $6. So if it's less than two, yeah, well, $6 is my minimum when it comes to any Uber Eats order, but I don't know if I could shop for that. Uber Eats hides tips on orders that are so I used to think that, and I think my brother knows exactly how I feel on this one. I used to think that it was Uber Eats clients going in and tipping more, but it's obviously that yes, that is a hidden tip tactic. Now, I found that if it is a 16 to $17 double stack order with Uber Eats, that is where they are hiding the hidden tips for myself. I get a lot of, let's say, 17 turning to 19. I get a lot of 21 turning to 24. But I find that the overall sense is that I have to have an Uber Eats order that's double stacked $16 or more. You'll be resets once you get an order. My first night testing it, I started at 21%, got 5 orders, and I only took 1. This is just crazy how when it comes down to DoorDash, they're doing this reset for everybody, and it's not getting better. This is why I wanted to host this live stream tonight, guys, because I have not tested the waters when it comes to DoorDash yet. So you lovelies get to help me understand what am I going to be expecting when it comes down to it. Because I mean, I don't want to waste my time with it. It's going to be great for video footage, I guess. But I think that in the all, like, am I going to accept every order with DoorDash? Hell no, I never do. And I don't do it with Uber Eats or any of the other companies. But that's shameful. 5 orders and you can only take 1 because they were crappy orders. China, did you get any order that was over $20 or no? My DoorDash won't reset. No, Spoke, your DoorDash won't reset. Unless you start dashing. Base rate here is $2. Ugh, that hurts. That just hurts. Hi, Joseph. Have you seen the YouTube video with the Amish guy delivering for Domino's driving a horse drowned? No, I have not, but that would be fantastic. If I would love it, and I would tip somebody probably more if they actually shown up with a horse-drawn buggy. And the reason for that is because it's not common and it's somebody coming out of their comfort zone, and I would absolutely adore that. Thank you for that, Shane. I love this channel. I love the community that has been built from this. These people are just they're fantastic. So it's not me rocking this channel. It's them rocking it for me. I just post some videos now and then. That's all. Yeah, but even if it's a $2 base rate for low miles, Alan, it aggravates me. Like nobody should just be throwing $2 at us and say, here, go pick up this order. Yeah, I get a lot with diamonds that are 4.75 for 2 miles. Okay, okay. It meets $1.50 per mile. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad ratio. That's okay. And then if tips are in the mix, that's fine. My minimum cutoff, so with Skip the Dishes, what's different about them? And now that they don't have like top dasher, but I'm in the top percentage because I'm like 90% acceptance rate. They will make sure I don't get any order less than $8. It's minimum $8. You can't go lower than that. So, I mean, if the diamond, if that's the base rate, it's not too bad. China says, what I really think is that DoorDash is just not hiding the tips as much. So I got that one that showed the 825 plus, and I'm like, that's just a hidden tip. That's what we usually, yeah, but the hidden tip is normally I find with DoorDash in my market, it's like 25 cents to 75 cents. I don't get a lot of hidden tip action when it comes to DoorDash. But I do get it sometimes if it's Chinese food, if it's sushi orders, Lebanese food. I do get some hidden tips when it comes to it, but it's been forever since I've been on with DoorDash. It's only to try and welcome into the mix, Thomas. It's only to try to make people take the freaking crappy orders. It's amazing how they gave it to you at the beginning of the month and it's not at the end there where you could easily make top dasher. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Thomas. They did give it to me at the beginning of the month. I would say about a week and a half ago. And it's been reset since the 6th. I got a text message from it, but I can't get on with DoorDash. I have not even had that many dash nows. Like, for example, when it's red and you can just go ahead without doing a schedule. I have not had that a lot recently. So because of that, I know it's changed. Thanks for that. We still need some. You and Spoke both. Over $25 shown? Gosh, no. Actually, I didn't get any of that turned into 25 plus after that. So, Cheyenne, what are you seeing when it comes to like the top offer that you've gotten? Like what, $18? Okay, I know that means in Spanish, I love Taco Bell. No, I'm not gonna speak Spanish here. I say a few Spanish words because I know them through Laura. Otherwise, no. No, that's with tip. Oof. Oof. Then I change my opinion. That's not a lot. 475? No, that's not a lot. If it's not going past $6, neither is my tires going past where I'm parked. Absolutely not. Cheyenne, it has to be nice knowing that there is hidden tips with the program. Might have been either $1.25 to $8. Damn. Yeah, I don't really want to go through that. What was your acceptance rates, my lovelies, before DoorDash gave you this offer? My acceptance rate apparently has been 6% since they gave me this offer. And the reason why I want to ask this question is I'm curious to know if it's more people that are 25% or under that experienced it, or is there still like that 50% ratio of people and under that are experiencing it too? Zach says, here's a question, Ash. What is something a customer could text you that would make you unassign the order? Um, if I see the word now in capital letters, you're gone. Bye, Felicia. Don't talk to me like that. Like, let's say I'm doing a double stacked order and they turn around and say, I know that you have two customers. I want mine now. Bye, you're gone. That is something. It's not even like swearing. They could be like having a bad day or something, but the word now will easily trigger me. Easily. I'm my own boss, not a customer's boss. So, Guillaume, you're at 62% right now. You have not been offered the reset, which would make sense because you're at a high enough order. Je adore le Taco Bell. Yes, I know you adore the Taco Bell. My top offer was 1950, ended up being 23.75. My top hidden tip offer was $6. That went to 28. Well, that's a pretty decent penny. Were they making you travel like an arm and a leg when it comes to kilometers? Cheyenne says the highest shown has been 1550, but they were far and didn't increase after. Nope, they can't increase after on DoorDash unless it's hidden, but that sucks. No. I mean, for the fact that that was the highest in Vaudreuil shows me a lot when it comes. Now I don't know. Now I know why I don't do it in that market. So yours ranges from 30 to 35. Okay, so you're under the 50% mark. Just want to stop and say hello, and I'm still around. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you coming in, Mike. It's always great to have you in here. It's not on my market as far as I know. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. Oh, so believe it or not, I watch My Big Fat Fabulous Life, and Whitney is over in that location. Very nice, very homesy, very comfortable. Zach said a super high 18%, so they never reset his to begin with, but yeah, so he's under the 25, mainly because I'm multi-apping with Spark. Yeah, that's the only part with multi-apping is that it forces us nonstop to click that we're doing another order decline, so I can get that. What makes me understand that order is when they don't even text me or say anything. That just makes me pretty mad. If I was to text them and they don't reply, generally speaking, I always jump to conclusions that it's my French skills at texting. That's why they don't do it. Hey, Hannibal, thanks for coming in this evening. It's awesome to have you here. Hannibal, are you impacted by this whole acceptance rate thing going on when it comes to DoorDash resetting it? Because a bunch of us are. 8 miles, 25. Okay, done deal. Done deal. Oh, you and me both, my friend. I laughed so hard I was crying last night on that live stream. It was a lot of fun. I gave a shout out to Lisa a little bit earlier here on the live stream. It was a blast. It was a bunch of energy. Who would have known somebody has as much energy as I do on a live stream? Under 50. I don't think they'll offer the reset. You don't need it. I saw somebody in a Discord that was above 50 and they got the diamond offer. So I'm new to the whole diamond offer thing. What does the diamond offer consist of? I have you and I have Guillaume that can definitely answer this. My highest delivery payout was $118.47. Guess the kilometers for that one Instacart, everyone. All right, Guillaume. I know you. You're as picky as I am, but I know you'll travel more than I will. I'm going to say the distance was 85 kilometers. I think you would go 85 kilometers for $118. Wait, was that the one I saw in the screenshot? I don't even know. Thanks for coming in tonight, Alan. I'm out, lovelies. I love that quote. Something tells me that there's somebody that says that often in her videos. I wonder who that could be. So, China, if you get 50 naturally, you'll get diamonds. Ash, it's how they show you it's a high priority order. Yeah, but unless the bang for your buck is there, it's not going to actually make me feel like it's a high priority order. So it's like, is it because it's a higher paying order, or like it's a larger, like, let's say 8, 9 items that they classified as a diamond package or offer or whatever you want to call it? Because I've never been for it. Hey, Zach, this one's for you especially. And everybody, of course. What's your advice for somebody that's a new dasher? So many of us have been through the acceptance rate reset. Many of us started with dasher with the intent of being top dasher. Again, everybody's opinion is highly, highly welcomed. But what would be your advice when it comes to somebody for being a brand new dasher? Would you tell them to cherry pick? Would you tell them to accept all offers? Do you have specific advice that is related to DoorDash only that wouldn't be related to Uber Eats? Let's see what you guys got. 60 kilometers, and it was really $101, but I got an increase with more tip by a client after delivering the bump for missing heavy pay. Oh, yeah, that would do it. But Guillaume, correct me if I'm wrong. You would probably totally do that for 80. I think you would go for 80. Would I go for 80 for 120? Hey, Kev, would you go 80 kilometers for $120? That's a question for Guillaume. I guess I can say any Canadian because of the conversion. It's easier. Would any one of you guys do an Instacart order for $118 for 80 kilometers? A side note, but it's what they call a high pay order. It's really just anything that's at least okay. I mean, most of my offers that I get with Uber Eats gives me that. Just $1.50 a mile ratio, or yeah, thank you. It's not actually high paying. It's just trying. Okay, well, that's the thing. That's what we're talking about. So Guillaume did it for $118. It was originally 101, 60 kilometers there and 60 back. He made his money worth because it ended up being bumped to 118. So it's basically $2 per kilometer. I would totally do that for delivering an Instacart. Only though if I'm not going to be shopping in the store like nonstop. So the whole diamond offer is the same thing I got basically in the email, saying that I'll be receiving at least $1.75 per kilometer. So that kind of really, really helps. Thank you for coming in tonight, Laura. Sleep well, and yeah, have a good night. That really does help when it comes to the whole diamond offer to understand it. But I guess if you got your acceptance rate reset, you got the acceptance rate and you're automatically getting the diamond offer, I guess, because the two wraps up together. But if you're somebody that's brand new to being a dasher, it's not really the same because they're not going to give you those offers. Thomas says, I had a great order on Monday, showed up at $13 for like 9 miles. That's far for me. One item from a barbecue place, but if I didn't have the driver utility app, I would have been able to see that it was a 238 subtotal. Yeah, a lot of those apps definitely come in handy when it comes to finding them out. Do I use them? No, I don't have any set up. I don't use any app to tell me, for example, if there's hidden tips in the mix. I do just prefer, it's my own preference to go free format, but I can understand why you would do that. Because, yeah, if it's a $238 subtotal on the invoice, you know for a fact you're getting a bigger hidden tip on that one, especially if it's percentage tip. Shanna says, I would try to get something to come back. I wouldn't want to come back empty. Yeah, Guillaume probably didn't. And he says, don't forget, I have a hybrid ice, and I got another high payout right away after that order drop off. Yeah, I need a hybrid. I'm being robbed. So, driving says advice for new drivers. You'll get TD, Top Dasher, for only 2 weeks. You'll need to start scheduling shifts 6 days in advance after your first week, so you can dash and not be blacked out like I am. I am always blacked out when it comes to DoorDash. I can go 6 days in advance, but because I have a very low acceptance rate and I don't care what they throw at me, I just keep on declining half the time. They don't really want me to go and schedule with them. So I think that is an awesome piece of advice for brand new dashers, is that when it comes to dashing, Top Dasher, I can't relate. I've never been one. but it's hard to maintain if you're going to get some crappy offers. We're seeing a lot of people talk about the fact that when it comes to high payout offers, unless it's like Thomas said, he has an app that helps him discover it, it can be truly hard to make that money when it comes to DoorDash. I would personally say so. DoorDash was my second app that I signed up with. If I had advice for new dashers, I would say sign up with anything else first. Probably Uber Eats. They don't block me out, beef. Gotcha. Yeah, for me, it would be like go with Uber Eats first. Why? Because Uber Eats, you don't have to worry about a schedule. And I find Uber Eats is a great way to test the waters. And then after that, integrate DoorDash into the mix because there's more rules and procedures when it comes to DoorDash compared to anything else. Yeah, I get that. So, at the end of the day, there is a question. And before I get to it, I'm going to go here. No, but Ash, it's not anything crazy. Here, where high pay orders 850, 5.3 kilometers, $7, 3.7. I mean, the one that stands out to me there is I'll do the 11 for 4.2 or the 10. But, $40 worth the efforts. Uber Eats is best first. So which do you prefer at the end of the day, lovelies? Do you prefer Uber Eats or do you prefer DoorDash, regardless if it's the market reset or the acceptance rate reset, I should say, or if it's just in general? For myself, I'm still going to go with Uber Eats. I mean, they've offered me this acceptance reset a while ago, but it never ended it never ended up getting resumed, and I just want to give a shout out for this. Please no using kilometers or kg. Use pounds and miles. Well, I do use pounds, although I do know the conversions for kgs too. 2.2 kgs is 1 pound. Sorry. Why do I not use miles? Because I'm in Canada. So all of our apps here are kilometers. But I will take note. I will take note, and I appreciate you coming in here, Bermuda. That's awesome. I think that's probably one of my favorite super chats I've ever received. I will keep note, and I'll probably put back in my videos converting the difference between miles to kilometers. We got Uber Eats people. We got Gary that has to be the one that prefers Grubhub. And as well, Guillaume has the advantage with Uber Eats and Uber X. Yeah, it is a Canadian channel, but a lot of people know that at the beginning. So here's the thing, my audience at the beginning, Cheyenne, was a lot more Americans versus Canadians. And the reason from that is because I had a previous channel where I had a lot of Americans follow me on. So at the beginning, I started a lot of converting between miles to kilometers in the videos and I would show it, etc. And now I stopped because honestly, a lot of my audience has shifted over to Canadians. So I got lazy. But I know the whole conversion of it. But yeah, if I don't do it for some people, I don't blame them. But that's like the best super chat I've ever received. DoorDash gives me more offers, so I get 2/3 of my money from them. Uber Eats gives me higher offers, but far less. Like today, I only had 2 offers from Uber. Total was accepted 1. Well, that's the thing. For me, Uber Eats pushes me more, and they give me more higher pay. But I think it's hard to tell because one thing I don't appreciate from DoorDash, which I mean, we all know Uber Eats is essentially doing it too, is the tip is hidden. So if the tip is hidden, it makes me just think that this is all I'm going to be getting. Now, when it comes to Uber Eats, I constantly feel like it's a game of Russian roulette because, first of all, minus the fact that people can tip bait, because I find that atrocious because it's essentially we're signing up for a contract that I'll go at this price or whatnot, and then it gets wiped out. But when it comes down to it, it's still it's just more beneficial. I mean, Uber Eats, the interesting part is in some markets it's horrible, but it's so oversaturated in my market that it's still going to dominate. Hello, my lovely Lauren. I'm glad you can make it this evening. It is always great to see somebody from my high school that is here and somebody I was great friends with. Lauren, we didn't have to deal with this crap back like when we were teenagers. We couldn't order things off of Uber Eats or go through any of this stuff. Isn't it crazy how things have changed? It's just crazy. I remember the first time I started Uber Eats in 2018. I managed to do in 3 days $800 due to those amazing promo multipliers that they did, crazy tips. And yeah, and you know why they did that, Guillaume? They did that to get more drivers to sign up. And then when they got all the drivers that they needed, knowing that they made great money, they dropped the ball, they dropped the money, and they made everybody go poor. I mean, obviously, the time that I signed up for Uber Eats or DoorDash or any of them was definitely a lot more later on. And so because of that, I am one of those drivers that experience a base rate of 2.75 or $3, or when you get a double stack, you get a $2 double stack. So I can understand where you're coming from. See, but I do about 20 DoorDash orders a day. And with a 35% acceptance rate, that tells you how many offers I get. Yeah, no, that's truthful. I mean, a 35% acceptance rate, though, in my opinion, it's still good because I've never had an acceptance rate of even over Uber Eats of 25%. And at the end of the day, the only one I go higher with is Skip the Dishes. Hello, my lovely Barrette. How are you doing this evening? It's great to have you here. I know you're working hard on your channel too, so I'm always privileged to have you come in whenever you can. It doesn't take that much to go on Google and see the conversion. It it doesn't, but isn't it more easier, Thomas, when you're watching a video and it's just a little text in the bottom that says what it is in case you're trying to figure it out while you're watching it, instead of people maybe stopping my video and going to Google it? I can see the point. Oh my god, yes, that's so true. We had it so different. We still have pizza deliveries and everything else, but you had to grab the phone and call the restaurant. Well, you know what, Spoke? You're never gonna get them. Not when it's gonna be coming from this one. What's going on, Corner Shop, with you? I have been on Uber Eats too. I have been on a wait list with Corner Shop for forever. So when Uber Eats sent me that offer about this new shop and pay, to me, that's just essentially Corner Shop. So people were talking about the fact that Corner Shop is a separate app. So what seems to be that's happening to gain the popularity is because Uber has the popularity on their Uber Eats app. I think they're going to definitely conjoin the two together. I haven't seen it yet. I am not going to pay out of pocket to do shop and pay orders for Uber Eats. That's 100% out of the question. But when it comes down to it, once I do get my card, to me, that's the new conversion. I'm not the only reason why I'm not going to contact them, Cheyenne, is because of the fact that I think they're going to get rid of the whole corner shop in my market. And if anything, because of the popularity on Uber Eats app itself, it does make sense that if you're a client and you're on Uber Eats, you see both in one. Versus if you're a client and you have to go to two different apps, you're more likely not to even bother. Hey, Mark, thank you for coming in. One of my biggest supporters throughout anything that I'm doing content wise when it comes to YouTube. And you're just an amazing friend. And I appreciate you coming in here tonight, Mark. Yes. Corner Shop seems to, I don't know if it's a Canadian thing, but I know that Corner Shop is merged with Uber Eats and it's the same thing. It's a shop and pay feature that they offer. So Guillaume does it and he used to do it all the time. Thank you for coming in tonight, Brian. I know that you were partying it up there. Happy birthday to your friend there. And I just appreciate you coming in. I don't know if Corner Shop is Canadian, but I do know the fact that I'm waitlisted. I know that it's shop and pay. I know you can get like different type of grocery bags and everything else, but yeah. Hey, Larry, thank you for coming in this evening. How's it been? I love seeing you in the comments. It's just amazing. This is just amazing how many people are coming in. Rishi, hey Ash, just wondering if you had any content planned for other gig work, for example, other hustles. So it's a good question. I will say this, it has not been done. I'm signed up for it. I'm registered for it, but I've not gotten any takers in the matter. I don't know if I would actually bring it to the channel. It depends. I guess I make a post about it first. The only one I'm signed up for additionally is TaskRabbit, believe it or not. And the reason why I don't have any others in the mix is because there's no others in my market area. If there was others in my market area, absolutely, because I am not a content creator that's just going to precisely niche down, as they say on YouTube. I am definitely a believer that you need to make your content wherever you want to. So if there was another one, absolutely, because this way, everybody can benefit and see a lot more. But as of right now, no. If I got anything when it comes to TaskRabbit, the problem is that I have to keep my customers, security more confidential, and a lot of it is house activity. So because of that, I'm not sure. But additionally, I wanted to say this. Thank you so much for that, Larry. It goes a long, long way. And regardless if it's a super thanks, super chat, super sticker, whatever it may be, I am so appreciative of even you just coming in here this evening. But just to be able to take the time and go ahead and pop that on there, just thank you so much. I mean, it blows my mind how generous and sweet some people are. Like, I am not used to this, guys, just so you know. I am not used to this. I did have another YouTube channel. It never got near monetized or anything else. And it's like I've been hitting so many goals amongst YouTube here, and it just blows my mind how generous people is. So thank you. It's not though. Yes, Uber Eats is owned by Corner Shop. Yes, it's in the States. They were getting rid of Corner Shop, but it hasn't started here yet. I would try to hop on before they switch because the money is great. The money is great, but they started now that if customers remove something from the orders, you do kind of get impacted. So I heard that the money's going down. Thank you. I try to tell it like it is, but I try to be sweet about it. That's the difference. Do you drive for Walmart Spark? No, Castor. I would love to drive for Walmart Spark, but it's not in my market. If it does become in my market, I will absolutely drive for Walmart Spark. I would drive for any of them because it's an opportunity to figure out what you like most as a gig worker. Being a gig worker is just that. It's a gig, right? You're doing just one job. So if I'm doing an Uber Eats delivery or a DoorDash, Instacart, whatever it may be, I'm discovering those different gigs. So I would love to either sign up either Walmart Spark, Amazon Flex. I have signed up for TaskRabbit. I won't say what tasks I've signed up for, but I would love to try anything in the mix because it helps me figure out more what I want to do as a gig worker, but as well, it wouldn't hurt the channel either. Gary says if they do it like they did Postmates, they will combine the driver's app into Uber Eats, but keep the customer side the same. That would be a smart tactic for them. I don't know which direction they plan on even going on. Corner Shop is in the States. Uber Eats has been phasing them out in the States and has merged them into the Uber Eats app. The pay structure is different though. Oh, I'm sure they're going to do it to make a buck. Absolutely. The Corner Shop started to add Walmart. So I think they will keep both apps, but food stuff you can do via Uber Eats. Okay. Yeah. I have not checked it recently. I used to check it on the Uber Eats app. I don't think I have the Corner Shop. I might. I don't know. I haven't checked my phone. I might have the Corner Shop app on my phone, but I'm not sure because, yeah. Good minds think alike between you two. Yes, but the introvert in me totally prefers the convenience of it. I understand that. I do prefer yeah, I think that's the thing nowadays. But sadly, I mean, as you've seen, Lauren, because I know like you're a huge supporter of my channel and I'm pulling on things. Ow, my ear. I know you're a huge supporter of my channel and such, but I think that the problem of the convenience is these companies are making us pay for it. Like with their service fees and everything else, they're making us pay for convenience, and that's an abuse to people. Gotcha. Makes sense. Just an idea I wanted to share. Also, I'm Lawrence. Awesome, Daniel. Yes, I've seen quite a bit about you. I know that you're on Twitch and such. That's pretty cool. Oh, awesome, Lauren. Did you bully your boyfriend on here? If so, I appreciate it. Quarter Shop is owned by Uber Eats. Well, Larry, guess what? These live streams are coming back. They're every 2 weeks, same date, same time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I absolutely love doing live streams. I am selective on how often I'm going to do them. Honestly, I'll be honest, guys, I don't even have my video set for tomorrow. Like, it's been a week because I was on Lisa's stream last night. I have my stream. I have my video released today. I have a video in the works and I can't wait to release it, but it's not done. I will likely have it by Thursday. If not, I might actually still post even for more. You guys are gonna make me blush. This one's for you, Lalo. You guys got me blushing here. Thank you so much, Lauren. I mean, from the get-go. You are one of the people that I truly know and I adore and have been a major, major, major supporter to this channel. And then look at that. Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta get a different one here. Here we go. So thank you very much for that, Daniel. It's your first time stepping in here this evening, and honestly, the love and support from you and Lauren and everybody, it blows my mind how sweet everybody is. This is just crazy. Ugh, share this out. Let's all share it. Yeah, I keep pushing out this live stream, people. This is just going awesome. Thomas says I don't shop at Walmart. It's way too busy. And I did DoorDash one time, and they told me it's gonna be like 2 hours for the order to come out. That is why I avoid DoorDash grocery orders. Like, I have posted a video about this. It is a nightmare when I find that there's a DoorDash grocery order. Now, don't get me wrong. There is convenience on DoorDash grocery orders. And the convenience is the fact that when it comes to those orders, if you get one that's going to put you back into your market and it's not a bad base fare, why not? We all know that in the grocery orders, we're not going to get tips because we're express drivers, but it could bring you back to where you want to be. And I've heard about that, Caster. I've heard that Walmart orders can be very great. I know Africart is started to do a lot more when it comes to Walmart Spark, and yet even his YouTube channel is an Instacart channel, and that's because he's making more money. I'm in California. Average pay per order is $20 to $25, about 4 to 6 miles per trip average. I would totally, totally be down for that. Totally. Plus, I'll be on the radio too. Yeah, there's definitely stuff in the works. So, I have been very busy, and I won't talk about complete projects. Brian has a one up because Brian and I talk very regular, but I do have something in the works. There's just so many projects that are going on right now. It is absolutely crazy to me how many doors being a content creator has opened for me. And I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say this to any specific individual. If you have ever considered doing content creation and you are a gig worker, I highly encourage it. And I am running out of ones that are new, but here you go. Driven, if you're comfortable, what is your name, sweetheart? Because your country gave us Ryan Reynolds. Oh, that is jackpot right there. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is a pretty boy and he's having baby number 4, so maybe he needs that super chat. All right, that's a good one too tonight. No poutine, no maple syrup. No, we're going straight for Ryan Reynolds. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Enjoy the game. Oh, I always hear the videos when Lauren watches them in her living room. Not my first. It always amazes me to know that, like, my brother, too. I have 2 brothers. My oldest brother will watch me on his TV screen. I'm like, what? That's just crazy to me to know that some people literally watch my videos on a bigger screen. That's why audio is, like, super important to me when it comes to it. DoorDash groceries at Maxi, super profitable. So I did get one for Maxi here and there. I find I get more Walmart than I do Maxi, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, we did the Alanis Morissette, yes. Mark's like, let's switch it over to the female conversation. We got Alanis Morissette too. I've never done a Maxi one, but my Maxi in my market I find is slow, and that's one of the problems on the reason why. You're right. DoorDash grocery orders aren't usually profitable for me. Nope, they're just a pain. Again, I would still do it if it brings me back to my market, if it's worth the price. But am I gonna sit there? No worries, Zach. Am I gonna sit there for 2 hours waiting for something to be ready for me to deliver to the customer? Hell no, because there's no tip coming from these orders. I think that's the one thing. If I also had to trace him back to what we were talking earlier, give advice to a brand new dasher, be careful with grocery orders. You won't get a tip. And the reason why is because you are an express driver. They do have shop and pay orders. That's a little bit different. But if you see that it's just a straight up delivery, it's a little bit different. Pronounce Sheila. I gotcha. All right. Thank you for allowing me to say your name here, Sheila. I do try to learn people's name. Like I call myself a first name basis kind of girl. But I mean, when you provide a super chat and it involves Ryan Reynolds, of course I gotta go by your first name. Where are we at here? Well, that's what all men think is Ryan Reynolds. No way. Oh my gosh. At least how's the quality? I know if I back up more, the quality is probably better because of my my manual focus. Better in HD, eh? Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have not shared anything because it's still in the works. So I have not shared anything on YouTube or Instagram about it. So I'm gonna say that you, me, and Brian have the information about that, and we're gonna keep that for now. But there is something in the works. It's starting tomorrow morning, actually, and I'm like super excited about it. Guillaume, what are you doing to me? Guillaume, you've donated $20 now for drinking nights. I gotta get you over here. We gotta go have a few drinks. That's the case scenario? Ash, your is really pretty. Love the fall. Oh, thank you. Um, I find that being in a suburban area, we have that advantage when it comes down to it. It's just gorgeous scenery. We have so many good stuff that comes from getting what's that? Yeah, I'm starting to spark up a fight. Nope, looks great. Awesome. No, 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 Brian. Don't worry about it. That's okay. I want people to know that there are so many opportunities that come out there. And yes, they're because things are they're finalized as in they're happening, but because they haven't been released as in for viewing purposes, I am just dialing back on the information that I'm going to give. But there's just so many opportunities that has come my way when it comes to being a content creator. And if you're a very social person like I am and you're a gig worker, like getting used to the camera takes time, but if you can step out of your comfort elements, like I have no idea where this channel is going to go in the next like 10, not 10, 1 to 3 years. Let's put it that way. I have no idea where it's going to go. I don't have a future outcome when it comes to it. But what I do know is I love creating content so much and it's opened up the doors. And so nobody is in trouble with cascading any additional information that I haven't cascaded. If anything, it's because I love you two dearly that you two both know about it. But I always welcome anybody to try something new. I hope that if anything from what I've been doing, it helps others branch out. Yes, it is a pretty location. It's very suburban, but because of the fall leaves and everything else, it is becoming brutally cold. You guys are gonna start seeing me with my beanie very, very soon on my head and eventually gloves. But the problem is the gloves is really hard to work the phone when it comes down to it. Absolutely. South Shore is stunning during the fall. Yes, you know that exactly. You still in the same area as you used not where you well, no, not where your parents are, but I'm guessing you're South Shore too, right? Or did you move? Honestly, I want to do it. Wait, there we go. But the start is daunting. Like cameras, lights, etc. And learning how to edit, scare it. Yeah, this setup that I do currently have right now, Sheila, this took work. If I'm gonna make a suggestion, if it comes to Christmas, holidays, birthdays, or something like that, if you need like these soft boxes, they're $50 a piece. I have two brothers and I can sweet talk. So, that has made things a lot more beneficial. Um, so because of that, like this camera that you're seeing right now with this lens, that's 1200 Canadian. And the camera by itself was 700, the lens was 400, so it's yeah, just a little over 1200. So because of that, it is expensive, but you can just simply start with something like your phone. The only reason why I'm not using my phone for recording is I have been at this on a previous channel. I started doing YouTube again because I actually started YouTube when I was 17 years old, but I was never in the videos. It was my favorite music video with my favorite movie, let's say characters, and I put them together. So when I first started on YouTube, even years ago, I started with my camera on my phone and then I worked my way up. It is so true that you can work your way up from there. Heads up, the gig worker union for better pay. You would be great at it. Oh, I actually, Eric, I had people tell me that at my previous job, where I used to work, because of the fact that I am very much one that likes to fight for people's rights. The only thing is I think I would get too caught up in things. So that's the thing. You broke your beanie already. How did you break a beanie, Cheyenne? Did you rip it? Yes, they need an iPhone gloves for or yeah, I have one, but I don't find it very selective. Hello, Lisa. Don't worry about that with the notifications. The amazing thing about a live stream is you can come in whenever you want. See, Cheyenne, she is a gig tuber. She's a gig worker and she's a gig tuber and she uses her phone. So, I mean, many of us do. The only thing I always recommend is if you use your phone, if you can get yourself a cheap lav mic, that does help, because my phone audio is horrible. So Daniel and I moved to Longueuil, so we're not too far. We're looking for a new apartment though. Thinking about moving back to Greenfield Park. Yes. Well, then we'll be next door neighbors. Oh, and so you can hate me. It's 85. Well, I briefly know the conversions between the difference, so you can hate me because I deal with what is it? Degrees Celsius, yeah, versus Fahrenheit. But I do know 85 to 90 is a good temperature. I know if you start hitting like 103, you guys are getting hot over there. I don't know what it is today, 11 or so. I broke it. I used it. Did I enjoy ladies' night? Oh, lady night had me laughing so hard I was crying. It was a good thing it wasn't me by myself on that live stream, and I was like in my own box. Because if so, that would just be apparently I'm losing my voice. That would be just crazy because I was laughing so hard. The eyeliner was gone by the end of the night. It was just so much fun. I never expected somebody to be as crazy as I am. Nobody. Faith is as crazy as I am, and if she watches this, she would agree. Brian says, but you need a certain amount of subs to do live streams. No, you can live stream with one subscriber. They used to have that. I got my Gatorade on my nose. They used to have that. They changed it. Okay, about 20. Okay. 29, just checked it. Okay. Oh, that's the temperature? Oh, then I'm jealous. But I'm not, because I'm a sweater weather kind of girl. I'm wearing shorts. My brother's wearing shorts and we were like 3 degrees the other day. Celsius, that sounds so cold. Wait, guys, it's gonna get better. I get to freeze my ass off when I do deliveries and I do videos. Oh my gosh. You and Faith took it. Oh, honestly, I was a little concerned with that because even right now, I'm okay with drifting off of subjects. Why? Because that's all I had. All I had. My banner is just this left to say about every second to say. So honestly, I'm just into the chat right now, just having fun. I didn't expect that to go down the way it did. The good part is that I was not alone when it comes to being a drifter. I am a drifter, so that makes sense. It was a lot of fun. I'd never met Faith before. So, yes. Yes, absolutely, Mark. You do not need a set rate of subscribers to go live. They stopped doing that. There is a difference, though, going live from camera versus going live from your phone. If you're going live from your phone, I believe they changed it that you need at least 100 subscribers. But if you're going live from an actual hardwired setup, like I am hardwired here, then yeah, you can go with just one subscriber. So, my lovelies, I'm going to leave it with Zach singing that. I hope you guys hit that like button on your way out. It helps YouTube push out this content more. I find live streams always do fantastic on my channel. I want to thank everybody that has come on here tonight. Also, keep in mind, again, like I said, I have this here. Every second Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be doing live streams. I have a lot of fun with these guys. You guys make the difference when it comes to these live streams. If it wasn't for you guys engaging in this chat, communicating with me, it would not be the same as what these live streams are. So I truly appreciate it. And then on that note, I'm going to let you guys fly solo. I'm going to end it here tonight, but I will catch you lovelies later.